Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Vinyl Den, your channel for record collecting by record collectors. I'm Nick. I'm here with another turntable review today. I'm checking out the HP H00501 turntable from H00501. There's a bunch of links down below. Make sure you check them out. There's links for the Vinyl Den Facebook group, for the merch page, for the Spotify and Apple Music playlist I put together every week, and the Patreon page. Make sure you go check all that out. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I release new episodes. So I've reviewed a couple of turntables from H00501 in the past. One of them was one of those like all-in-one turntables. Actually sounded pretty good. A lot of times you don't get really good sound quality out of those turntables that have a built-in speaker. I think there was another one with just a standard turntable I reviewed. Had really good reviews on that one. So what makes this turntable different from the other ones I've reviewed before in the past is that this one actually comes with two external bookshelf speakers. And the question I always have with turntables that come with speakers are how those speakers sound. As far as the consistency and the quality of the turntable, I'm sure the turntable is probably pretty similar to other H00501 turntables I've reviewed in the past. My main focus is going to be on those speakers. So this turntable is going to be a little more pricier than some of the ones I've reviewed in the past. This one's going to run you around $260. So in that $260 or $250 to $300 range, there's a lot of turntables in there. So really what's going to separate this one from some of those other options, I think, are going to be the quality of those speakers. And I'll put all this whole thing together, unbox it, give it a record a spin on here, and kind of give you my overall opinion on the turntable. I will say that I'll put a link down below if you want to go check this thing out. And there is a 15% off coupon code if you use the promo code Nick. That'll get you an extra 15% off if you're interested in checking this turntable out. And like always, regardless of how I get the products that I review on this channel, you will always get my full and honest opinion. And I'm going to tell you my pros and cons of what I think of this turntable. So a little bit about H00501. They've been around since I think 2020 was when the company started, and I think all their turntables are manufactured out of China, but they do have a shipping warehouse here in the U.S. Looks like a lot of their business is done out of the U.S. The company itself was started by an individual who, like a lot of us, were just looking for a cheaper alternative, but a good quality alternative to some of the higher end turntables, some of the pricier turntables on the market. Because it can, collecting records, listening to records is an expensive hobby. And, it doesn't necessarily have to be when it comes to turntables. Yes, you can drop, thousands of dollars on a turntable, but there's a lot of really good ones out there for in the under $300 price range. And they were just looking to kind of crack into that market and do really good quality turntables at an affordable price. So if you go on their website, they say their mission is to provide music lovers with the best possible listening experience. They strive to create turntables that produce the warm, rich sound that vinyl is known for, while also being easy to use and reliable. With a commitment to quality and craftsmanship, H00501 is dedicated to helping music enthusiasts enjoy their music the best way possible. And their tagline is H00501, better products, better service, lower prices. All right, so just like all my other reviews, I'm going to open this thing up, put this thing together on camera. Of course, because of copyright laws, I can't listen to or play any music here on the channel itself, but I will toss an album on there, give this thing, crank the volume up on it, and give you my honest review or honest feedback of what I do and don't like about this turntable. So it's a pretty standard box for the H00501 turntable. You got their logo there, Renew Vibrations, 2-speed stereo turntable. And then on the front of the box here, just their logo again. That's the model number, the HP H00501. There's a picture of the turntable with the two bookshelf speakers. If you're in Europe, address for European representative. And there's a British representative. Get their address on there too. All the support email addresses and social media accounts are on there. Gives you some of the stuff about the turntable: traditional style, classic design. It's got an adjustable counterweight. That's going to be really important for any kind of turntable that you're looking to pick up. I always recommend make sure you're getting one that has an adjustable counterweight on there. And then connectivity. There's this. I believe this has Bluetooth on it also. And then on the other side of the box, a lot of the same information. That's 2 speeds. Adjustable counterweight, beautiful finish. I will say the stylus on here does say replaceable stylus. This does come with an Audio-Technica 3600L stylus, which I think is like it's a really solid stylus. It's going to give you good consistent sound. I'd say any turntable you're looking to pick up, always make sure it at least has that as kind of a baseline stylus on the turntable. All right, I'm going to pop this thing open and get it all set up. The other thing I always recommend to people is when you're taking apart a turntable, always look on the end of the styrofoam. Don't ever throw anything away without looking around to make sure you get all the extra components out of the packing material. So packaged in the box with the speakers are the manual for the turntable, your alignment gauge for the stylus, and then the belt for the turntable, and then looks like the power supply for the turntable, 45 adapter, and then the wires for the speaker. So now that I got the speakers all unwrapped, you can see it's got the nice Angel's Horn logo at the bottom of the speaker here. Go ahead and pull the grill off the front of this, so you can see the speaker itself. You know, it just looks like a standard bookshelf speaker. We'll say I'm not a huge fan of the connectors they use on these, but you know, you can always upgrade it to a better speaker down the line. But I just want to see how these handle and how these compare to some other speakers, bookshelf speakers I've had over the years. And I will say that when I first started reviewing these turntables, I was a little, I guess, kind of nervous about the sound quality on these iron platters, because I didn't know if you'd get any kind of reverberation through it. I will say I haven't noticed anything with any of these turntables I reviewed. No sound issues from these platters. Also comes with this quick start guide, kind of walk you through the quick, easy process of putting the belt on there and putting the whole thing together. It's pretty simple. It should just be a matter of just putting the platter on there, put the belt on there, then put the platter on there. And just always make sure you rotate the platter half dozen times, maybe a dozen times, to make sure that the belt is really seated on there properly. I do like that they marked on the packaging material. The counterweight is inside the packaging, because I'm sure there's probably a lot of people that just threw the packaging aside or threw it out and didn't really realize that was even in there. So on the top of the turntable, you've got your volume knob here. You've got your speed adjustment on here, so you got 33, 45, and then if you go up to the top where it's got the little Bluetooth icon, you can hook your phone up to this, play your music through the speakers if you want to do that way. And then it also has a lever here to lower the tone arm itself. So, all right, so I'll go ahead and get this thing all set up. I'll get this counterweight on the tone arm, get it all balanced, and then I'll see how accurate the measurements are on this counterweight. With I've got a scale that I got off Amazon for like $10. I'll use that and really kind of dial in the tone arm on this turntable. All right, so once I got the counterweight all on there and got it all adjusted to what it should be 3.5 grams according to the scale on the counterweight, I pulled my scale out that I bought off of Amazon, and it was heavy, so like it typically is with a lot of these turntables. So it took me a little bit to get this all dialed in, but it should be just at, it might be a hair light, but I got it at 3.45. So I'll put the record on, we'll see how that plays, and if I need to give it a little bit of adjustments, that should be pretty close. Should be close enough to 3.5 grams for this turntable. So the other thing I like to do before I play an album on a turntable I'm reviewing is I like to take my little RPM app, put this on the turntable, give it a spin, and see how close to 33 1/3 it actually comes and how consistent the speed is. Let's get rid of the little, I don't want to actually save it. Well, I mean, as you can see, I mean, you really don't get any closer to 33 1/3 than 33 1/3. I will say typically what I do is I'll do at least 3 or 4 of these tests and kind of get an average of what the speed is. So after doing a couple of the tests, you can see this one's actually 33.36, so it's a tad fast, still within a normal range. I will say that the tests I did would balanced, they were anywhere between 33.28 to 33.36, so it was all within a normal range for a turntable. So I think you're going to get a good, consistent speed out of this turntable here. All right, so now that I got it all set up, I've got it all weighed in, took the protractor and made sure the cartridge was all properly aligned on here. I'm going to put album on here, give it a spin, and see how these things sound. So the first test spin, I'm going to use Alice Cooper's Greatest Hits. And of course, like I said earlier, because of copyright laws, I can't play it on the channel here, but I'll let you know what I think of the sound. Alright, I thought it sounded fantastic. I will say that a lot of times some of these bookshelf speakers, you turn up the volume, there can be a little bit of distortion. I turned the volume up a little over halfway. Didn't notice any kind of distortion in here. Of course, I'm recording down here in my basement, so it's not a huge space. But I thought these bookshelf speakers, even at half volume, did a really great job of filling the space. Alright, so like I said, it did really good with Alice Cooper. But let's try it with something that's got a little bit more bass to it. The Chronic by Dr. Dre. Because I think it's the big telltale sign with some of these bookshelf speakers is sometimes the bass is not really full in it. So we'll see how it sounds with this one. Alright, so I guess the one thing I can say about the sound of the speakers is it's a little light on the bass. I have had bookshelf speakers that had better bass than these, but they still do a pretty good job. I think for most music fans, these speakers and this setup is going to be a good entry-level turntable for somebody. So I guess at the end of the day, what exactly do I think of this turntable? I think that for $260, I think it is a good entry point into listening to records if you want to get into record collecting. You know, as far as the price point goes for it, you know, like I said, you can use that coupon code Nick, save yourself 15% if you're looking to grab one. But if you're looking at like something comparable, I would say if you look at like a Audio-Technica LP60, which is something that a lot of people will get into record listening, into record collecting with a turntable like that. If you go online, it's going to run you $160, $170, and then you add some decent bookshelf speakers on there. You're pretty close to the price range for this turntable. And I think this turntable from Angel's Horn is a step up from the Audio-Technica LP60 that, like I said, a lot of people, including myself, used to get into record collecting. I guess my only real con when it comes to this turntable is you don't get a lot of bass out of those speakers. And like I said earlier, it's not going to matter to most people out there. But if you're looking for something that's got really good bass to it, you can always upgrade those speakers to something else down the line. That's the cool thing about a turntable like this, is most of it is customizable. You can put new speakers on there. You can upgrade the stylus down the line. There's other things you can do to this this turntable that you can't necessarily do with something like an LP60. So if you're looking for a good turntable that's going to give you good quality, consistent sound, I think this is a good option for you. This is one that you can put in a medium-sized room and smaller, you know, and get really good sound quality out of it. Like I said, even with the lower levels of bass in those speakers, it's not going to be really noticeable in a smaller space or a mid-sized space. So like I said, I think this is a really good option if you're looking to upgrade from like I said earlier, an LP60 into something a little bit better. Well, that's all I have for today, guys. Thanks for checking the show out. Make sure you drop me a comment down below. Let me know if you guys are interested in a turntable like this. Have you used anything from Angel's Horn before? Like I said, I've reviewed a couple of turntables from them in the past. I really haven't had any issues. As far as the turntable goes, the quality of it, the consistent sound, it's been there on all the products so far. So I'm really happy with this turntable. Like I said, maybe a little bit of a nicer speaker I would like to see, but I think for $260, I think you're still getting a good quality product. But let me know what you guys think. Like always, if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below. Well, that's all I got. Until next time, keep on spinning. Peace.